If you are experiencing food sensitivities, intolerances, reacting to a lot of foods, or suspect that you might be reacting to certain foods, an elimination diet is for you. Hi, I'm Taylor Wessel, nutritionist of Tailored Health, and every week I hop on here to share a tip, tool, or technique that will help you be your healthiest self. Today, I want to introduce you to the concept of an elimination diet. This is great if you are experiencing food sensitivities, chronic fatigue, systemic-wide inflammation, autoimmune type conditions, aches and pain, can't seem to figure it out. This type of diet can really help you to pull back the pieces and get to the root cause, which could be that you're eating foods that your body is just not liking at this period of time. An elimination diet is removing trigger foods for a period of time and then reintroducing them one at a time to test for yourself what foods you're reacting to. Rather than spend a lot of money on food sensitivity testing that is not 100% accurate and is a snapshot in time, an elimination diet helps you on a few different levels. First of all, you directly are able to pick up on things that don't work for your system and get in tune with how you feel when you eat those kind of foods that don't react well. Another benefit is that you're detoxing at the same time because you're removing foods that create a lot of inflammation in the majority of people. So it's a win-win. You start to learn the foods that don't work well for you. You're detoxing at the same time and just taking care of your body in the process. So let's transition. How do you go about an elimination diet? Traditionally, these are done for 21 days. 3 weeks is about the period of time where your body can go into rest, restore, and repair mode. Your immune system that's highly active when you are triggered by foods and creating a lot of this inflammation can kind of just take a back seat and rest so that you can go into healing mode. Within this period of time, it's almost like your body forgets about these foods because it has started to heal so that you're primed for the reintroduction phase. You start to feel great. And when you start to reintroduce, let me tell you, you will be well aware that it doesn't work well for your system. So for the 21 days, a traditional elimination diet requires removing the top trigger foods that create a lot of inflammation in the body. This is typically gluten, dairy, soy, corn, and sugar. If you're interested in learning more about how to go gluten-free, I'll link below to a video I created on that. If you're interested in learning more about sugar cravings and how to get a handle on that, I'll also link below. If you are going with the traditional elimination diet of the removal of those 5 foods, you remove them for the period of 21 days and then reintroduce one at a time. If you want to take it to the next level and really do the full enchilada, which will take quite a bit of time if you look at how long it takes, including the reintroduction phase, you can also expand outward and remove foods like eggs, nightshade vegetables, which are your white potato, tomato, bell pepper, and eggplant. You can also remove chocolate, which I hate to even say. I'm a huge fan of dark chocolate, but this might be triggering you at this time. Coffee can be included in that, as well as maybe some of the other grains. And I'll link below to a video I created on some grain-free substitutes. During this 21-day period, you're relying on eating a lot of vegetables, fruits, high-quality protein sources, such as wild-caught fish. I'll link below to a video I created on that. Possibly pasture-raised eggs, unless you're eliminating them and doing a complete elimination diet. Legumes, so beans, peas, lentils. You're also having nuts, seeds, nut butters, avocado, your healthy fats. Whole grains are included, unless you're removing those as well. And gluten-free grains, just as a brief summary, are quinoa, millet, amaranth, oats, always looking for the gluten-free label on that one because they can be cross-contaminated. Rice, buckwheat, There are a lot of gluten-free options when it comes to grains. This is the crux of your diet. And again, you're removing that gluten, dairy, soy, corn, and sugar. You do this for a period of 21 days, eat really clean, go through this detox period, and then come day 22, you start to retest foods. I like to suggest retesting a food that you think is the lowest on the totem pole as far as reactivity. So if you suspect that gluten is triggering you and you always feel that kind of gut bomb when you are eating bread, I would encourage you to wait to reintroduce so that you go into even deeper healing and you allow your body that period of time away from it. But a good food to start reintroducing first are those things that you might miss the most. So if you've eliminated eggs and that's your staple for breakfast, include that first as a first food on day 22. And how you reintroduce is you have that food at breakfast, lunch, dinner 3 times a day. So you're really flooding your system with this food. And then you go back to the traditional elimination diet that you were doing before for 2 days thereafter, before you reintroduce another food. The reason that you want to go back to your elimination diet between reintroducing foods is because you can have an immediate reaction to a food. You can feel digestive discomfort, bloating, gas, headaches, aches, pain, fatigue, insomnia, whatever that might be for you. That can come right away or within 48 hours of having a food. So as long as you've gone through this period of time where you've taken these foods that might be a staple to your diet out, you might as well go through the reintroduction phase. This is really the most important, and do it in its entirety. Let's go back to the egg example. You were on an elimination diet, 21 days. You reintroduced eggs at breakfast, lunch, dinner. On that 22nd day, you go back to the elimination diet for 2 days thereafter. If you don't have any symptoms, you're not triggered in any way, eggs are a fine food for you. And you can start including them as you reintroduce other foods, and they're a part now of your elimination diet. If you were triggered by eggs and you just feel sluggish and fatigued, heavy, whatever that might mean for you, you keep them out when you're reintroducing the other foods. Does that make sense? You don't want to interfere with the process when you reintroduce gluten, a piece of bread, or dairy. And when you're reintroducing dairy, you want to go step by step. So yogurt one day, then you reintroduce cheese another day. So this can be a long, drawn out process. That's the con of it, is it can be a couple months to fully get in all of the food groups of reintroduction. But I promise you it'll be worth it because you'll learn so much about your body and you'll give your gut a chance to heal in the process. I hope this helped you learn a little bit more about an elimination diet, which is a super easy way to pick up on your own food sensitivities and intolerances so that you can better determine the best diet for you that's different for each individual person. As a recap, the elimination process typically requires removing foods such as gluten, dairy, soy, corn, and sugar, with a possible egg and nightshade vegetable, maybe coffee and chocolate as well, for a period of 21 days, and then one at a time with 2 days in between, you're reintroducing them to pick up on symptoms. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what comes up for you. Drop me some comments below. I'm really interested and I really, really hope this helps you. If you liked it, give it a like, share it, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on these videos where I'm sharing every Wednesday and Sunday a new technique, a new food, a new way to supercharge your diet and lifestyle to feel better, function better, and live a more sustainable, fulfilling life. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.